Driven by Gears fans. How y'all doing out there? So, I wanted to make a live video, since we haven't did that in a while, on some different lowering kit options. I gotta watch this on my phone to make sure it sounds good. Doesn't sound too bad. Different lowering kit options. I gotta watch this on my phone to make sure it sounds good. It's a little bit delayed, as you can see. Alright, so what I wanted to discuss here, because y'all know I got the new 03 Silverado, and of course we want to lower it. Now I've been doing a lot more research than normally what I would do before, but this thing just will not stay down. Let's bring y'all up a little bit. There we go. Now we got y'all up and at 'em. Hopefully the stream health is a little bit better. It's been a while since I messed with the streaming program, but we're getting there. So let me flip over to some of these options that I've been looking into for lowering. Let me go over here. So like the first page that I would consider is, I'm really liking their products, is this DJM suspension. As you can see their page here, I mean, you basically go to shop, Chevy, GMC, Silverado, and you got your different models here. Go to two-wheel drive. Now I'm going to go to complete kits first, just to kind of show y'all. And they're not too bad. Now this is a 5.7 drop. I mean, they give you everything here. They give you these arms, the C-notch, all the hardware, even the shock extension for the passenger side, and then also the shoot, I forgot what these are, the little leaf spring shackle extension thing. Make sure I got no chatters over here. But yeah, there's a 4.6 drop. You can see the prices here. 4.6, 3.5. I mean, it gets lower. 3.4, 2.4, 2.4. Now, the one thing that I did notice about these guys, though, if we go back a page, well, that's the only thing I don't like about them is they don't let you go back. But on the individual parts, now these A-arms, now this is what I was reading up on that I kind of wanted to do different than what I did the General and that black truck. Now let's say you want to do 4 in the front, or maybe just 3, instead of doing the whole spindles. I've always been having trouble with the spindles. It'd be some kind of clunking or some issues. So let's say if you do 4 with these here. Now this actually brings it down 4 inches. Now read what it says here. A 4-inch drop is a big deal. In fact, it's classic. You maybe the 5-inch drop is the big one, but while you're cruising down the road, who can see the difference? The extra inch is most cost and less ground clearance, and you just don't want to go there. This CallMax lowering control arm replaces the factory arm and serves up to a 4-inch drop right out of the box. It also, you'll have to do no wheel and tire issues, no alignment issues, install and go. Now that is where you're selling me right there. Because when you go to like these kits over here, now this is Beltec. Okay, let's say we're going to do these spindles. Every time you do these, you got to do the alignment because it gets all jacked up with the spindles. Oh, and that's what they are, is hangers and shackles. Now the hangers and the shackles is for the rear, but the spindles is of course for the front. Now that's just for a 2.4. You can see here the belt. This is Suspension Superstore, which sells. Yeah, this is not Beltec. Sorry, this is the. I don't ever know how to say their name, but you can see it right here with the MC. You know those guys. Let's see if I'm still. All right, yeah, just making sure our live feed was still good. So anyway, yeah, you can see there's a lot of options here. Now I'm trying to go with the option that does less wheel camber. Unlike what I did before, I have so much dadgum trouble with getting alignments around here. I don't want to have to deal with that anymore. Now that's where I was running into like these control arms. This would be, you maybe pay a little bit more, but if you don't have no camber issues and this keeps it as close to stock as possible, with this right here, what you see, wheel and tire, no wheel and tire issues, no alignment issues, install and go. Now, that's the way I want to drop the front. Now also you have these Beltec. You know, you can do the coil springs and all that, but if you do that, it's going to have camber issues right away. And I don't want to have to mess with that, especially the spindles. And I've always had problems with the spindles, either not fitting right or the holes are not drilled right. All that issues. Now, I haven't specifically ordered from Beltec or Suspension Superstore on those parts, but I have some of the other stuff. Now, also, I wanted to show you on eBay, you got to watch your prices because, like, this is a Beltec, the 2-inch lowering hanger kit. But look, if you actually go to Beltec and go to the lowering kit, look, it's only $139 for 2 inches, right? Well, eBay tries to roll you up and says it's $198. So you got to keep track on your prices there. I mean, here's a pretty good set right here with the DJM suspension 4.6 drop is $606. Now, if you actually go to their actual page and let's compare it. $677. So you would actually gain a little bit of profit on buying it on eBay there versus their actual website. So yeah, you got to flip-flop back and forth if you buy stuff on eBay. Now, on this '03 Chevy Silverado, let me go back to here. On the '03 Chevy Silverado, now I'm not going to cut no corners on this one like I did a lot of the others. I'm going to actually, you know, put this expensive stuff that's super good powder coated, all that stuff. And I don't really want to do a C-notch on this one like I did the other ones. I kind of want to keep it without notching it if possible. The next option I was going to try, because I'm basically going to just do, I'm going to do this here. I'm going to do the hangers and the shackles in the back. That brings it down 4 inches. Now, on the front, I'm not going to do this coil spring stuff. Right now, my truck is basically, the stance-wise, is already 4 inches difference between the back and the front. So this will actually just equal it out if I get just these 4 products right here. Nothing in the front. I really don't want to drop too much in the front yet until you get your rims and tires. That's a good way to wait. Now, also, I wanted to show y'all on Beltec. If you get this hanger kit, there's a big difference in what they give you with Beltec. I'll show you this picture. So Beltec with the hangers, they'll give you these bump stops, and they give you the shims here to correct the drive shaft angle with, you know, the degrees you change the whole rear, you know, the whole rear axle. It kind of changes just a little bit. It's only 2 inches, but obviously it's enough to change up the drive shaft angle, and you don't want it to be messing with your joints and all that on the drive shaft and coming apart and all that crap. So yeah, and I mean, all this stuff comes with instructions here. I mean, a lot of people use Beltec, and a lot of people use these guys here. These guys here, if you see, I'm trying to see if they have the same kit with the same hardware, but I don't see it. You know, you got your options here between 2.4 and 5.7. Of course, anything within 4.6 and 5.7, you're going to be C-notching, because you're going to be bumping your axle on the bed of the truck and all that. In the front, if it's not 4-wheel drive, you know, you can do leaf springs. I mean, coil springs, no problem. It's just the whole camber issue of your wheels gets so tweaked. And, you know, and if you go here lowering, let's say lowering components. I've already made videos on this before. Lowering blocks, leaf springs, accessories. Okay, you go to accessories here with Beltec. Now this was the front end alignment kit. If you can't get your alignment in after you do that big drop in the front, you got to get this kit. You got to press these bushings in, your control arms and all that, if you want to keep with the stock control arms. Now, if you want to go with this method and use the DJM suspension control arms, you don't have to worry about all that mess. These automatically drop it without messing with camber. So I want to go that route. I don't want to mess with having to press all this mess in and tweak with this, cut the truck up, all that, just to get your 1 to 6 degrees. Yeah, pinion shims. That's what I was trying to think of. They got the whole set here, you know, to get your axle back where you need it. Bump stops, the shock extensions, even transmission cross member to drop it down if you go real low on the truck. Let's see if we got any chatters over here. I got like 3 screens going here. No chatters. Y'all can chat in the feed. You know, this is live. This is live. You can chat below, type, do whatever. You know, they even have a play ad button. Like, here we go, let's play ad. See what happens. I hit play ad, but nothing's happening. Maybe it's delayed. All right, but anyway, let's get a little bit of tunes going in the back. So, let's go back to the screen here. You know, the whole time I was talking about this stuff and didn't realize I wasn't showing y'all. But yeah, the front end alignment kits here, as you can see on Beltec, with the pinion shims and everything. This is what I was talking about. So yeah, DJM has these control arms. I'm sorry I messed that up. Wasn't showing you all this stuff. But check out DJM suspension. If you want to drop the truck and you don't want to mess with camber issues, you can get these control arms. No alignment has to be done. If you want to go Beltec's route, you're going to have to get these daggum alignment kits. And they got all these lowering kits complete. Shocks, all that. And then this is the other guys, McCoggies, however you say his name. All right, we got Austin Carroll here. I have a 2004. Let me go back. I have a 2004 Crew Crab C71 Sierra, and I was looking at the DJM flip kit, and I was wondering how low can I go with the provided bolt-in notch? Like, how low can I reasonably go before axle slat becomes a problem? I wanted to lower the rear at least 7 or 8. I'm pretty sure you can do 8. Because like if you look at their kit here, let's go to. Let me flip you back. Let's go to the DJM 57. Now it has the C notch and all that. Now, the only thing you might have to do, let's even read their directions here. Let's see if I need to zoom this in. So, frame supports are installed after axle is relocated, raise the axle and mark the center, blah, 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 all that, yada, yada, yada. If drive line vibration occurs, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure. I mean, I did the 7 on the general, but it wasn't 4-wheel drive, so you got to take in consideration the let me turn this off. You got to take in consideration the torque tubes for the 4-wheel drive. Magoys, huh? That's how it's pronounced. Yeah, I've always wondered how people say it because I've seen people say it so many different ways. I think you can get away with going 8 inches even. You might have to on the bed. Let me bring it up here. So, notching truck bed for flip kit. There's a lot of these guys that have to notch out the truck bed part just because the differential will hit. I was trying to see if we got a picture here of it. Anyway, here's a good picture. But see how the diff sits right up here and you got this little cross member? You have to cut this out a little bit so when this goes slamming up, it doesn't sit there and slam on it. Also, bump stops help in that matter. So Yeah, that's what I'm discussing now is the diff. You got to cut that out. I'm trying to find a picture so I can show you. Let's put for diff clearance. Yeah, it's not the C notch part I'm talking about. It's the part on the actual bed of the truck. Yeah, there's a couple of guys that got videos out there for it. I was trying to get you a better picture of it, but not having a luck. But yeah, as you can see, like on this one, the diff would be hitting the bed. There's a little cross piece on the bed. You just cut a little bit of it out, so when this goes up, it doesn't sit there and slam on it. Other than that, just make sure when you put these C notches in that you're getting it in the exact center that the drive shaft or the axle is going to be going in. Because you get it just a little bit off, it'll sit here and slam on the corners, and it'll be hitting hard, and you'll be wondering what in the world's going on. Thank you there, GMC Texas. Merry Christmas to you too. Yeah, I'm trying to find you a better picture there. I think it's Austin Carroll. Let me find a picture here. We'll get to one eventually. Somebody's got to have a picture. Here we go. All right, so you see this piece right here. Let me zoom it in. Go away. See this cross piece right here with the bed? That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right here. You got to notch that piece out just a little bit so the diff don't slam up in it. If you go like, I think lower than 7 inches, I think you're okay if you do. We ain't joining no newsletter. If you go 7 inches, I think you're all right. But if you go lower, so yeah, I mean that's the part that everybody forgets about. Um, also, when you're putting that kit in, the axle will want to shift a little bit forward on you. And I ran into that problem where I lined up my C notches before I put everything down below, and when it went forward a little bit, it kind of didn't meet up in the C notch exactly straight in the middle like it should have. It was a little bit more forward, and all those clearances really take a big effect when you're trying to drop it super low. Yeah, no problem, Austin. If you run into problems when you're putting it in, just hit me up on Instagram or YouTube or whatever. I'll try to reply. I probably did enough of these kits to know somewhat enough about it, but not everything. Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of good kits out here, even with eBay. I mean, you can come across some good deals like this DJM right here. If you check this price versus the actual DJM website, it's actually cheaper and it's free shipping. So yeah, kind of cross-reference your prices. Now, if you look at this Beltec one, it's a lot more expensive. It's not 198 on Beltec. It's a lot cheaper. So yeah, I always have to go back and forth and find the better prices. Let me get back to, yeah, see, this is only 139, the same kit. Hanger kit right here. So yeah, watch your prices back and forth because people try to roll you up on eBay, or sometimes you get a better deal on eBay. So, and Amazon too, but Amazon seems to be a little bit more expensive, but they'll get it to you like super quick. I've seen these guys a lot too, these spindle source, where they have a lot of this stuff. But like I said, with these spindles, the coil springs and the spindles, you're going to have a lot of camber issues. You got to correct. If you do the control arms from like DJM, it 100% says it's going to be just like factory, no alignment problems. So that's surprising, but that's what it says. So what's the best way to slam an '04 Yukon? Yukon would be about the same way. Underneath they're built about the same. I mean, if you go to shop, Chevy, Avalanche, let's go. Let's see. Well, I mean, Tahoe is probably about the same. You said it was an '04. So '00 to '06 complete kits. I mean, you got them right here. That's a 3-3 drop. But this is a Yukon. I mean, a Tahoe. So let's see what Suburban has. 3.5, 3.3, 3.5, 3.3. I mean, they got a lot less options. That's for sure. Beltec may have more. Complete lowering kits. Go to home. Yeah, 3 ain't much. 3 is not slamming it. Yeah, the Lone Star Throwdown, yeah, it should be. I'm going to start trying to go to more events in 2020 with the General. Hopefully I'll have the white truck, which I'm kind of naming it White Lie. I thought that was a good name. Yeah, 3 ain't much for a Yukon, really. GMC trucks and SUVs. Let's go to SUV. Here we go, Yukon. Lowering kit and drop kits. '00 to '06. Let's see what they have. 2.3, 2.4. Oh yeah, you're getting a little bit better here. You got a 3.5. I mean, you're talking spindles, coil springs, some torsion bar keys, and it looks like some kind of shock relocation kits. Yeah, Yukons are a little bit more trickier, I think, than the pickups. Because it looks like a Yukon must have coil springs in the back, not leaf springs. Now, also with shocks, man, shocks are so tricky. Shocks are tricky to find, like the exact set that you really want to go with. You know, a lot of people back in the were recommending the Beltec shocks, the base ones, but I wasn't too impressed with them. The nitro drop, that's what I was trying to think of. I wasn't too impressed with the nitro drop, but they're not too expensive. You can get like all four of them for like 159 bucks. So if you're on a budget, they work, but so other than that, I did make a list for the stuff that I want to try to do on the Silverado. Um, let's see if I can bring this up. Of course, I want to do, the E3 plugs, the cell coil, the MSD wires. I got this fog light mod that I'm going to do that y'all probably be interested in. Laugh out loud. Um, what I wanted to do different on like the fog lights is I'm going to make a connector when this video comes out. Y'all have to watch it, but instead of making a switch for your fog lights and hack it into all the wiring, I'm just going to make a splitter that comes off the headlight plug and have it run straight to the fog lights because they're on auto on the O3. So I basically, when the lights come on auto, I wanted the fog lights to come on with it. I didn't want to have a separate switch for it. And they'll shut off and all that on their own. But instead of hacking into the wiring and all that, I'm just going to make like a 1 into 2 splice wiring. So stay tuned for that video. That'll come out sooner or later. Now, also on this list, on my truck, it doesn't have power windows and door locks. I mean, that's basically those Chevy Silverados, like the work edition. They don't have all that. So I don't know if y'all seen the videos on the General, but I already did this on the General with the OBS, and it's easy to install. And the kits are cheap. Like you can get this. You could even get them together. Like I even think I got it in my card already. Let's go to the card here. Yeah, like right here. 67 bucks. And this comes with this comes with the window power kit and the door locks all together. And they give you 4, like if you had a 4-door, but you got the 2 windows, it comes with the switches, the key fob, all that mess. And it's not hard to install. You don't have to be some brainiac to put it in. So buying a truck that doesn't have power already on the inside or door locks, don't let it shy you away, because if you get a better deal and a better price on it, it's easy to fix it. Um, it's a lot easier to fix it than what it used to be. So also on the list here, of course, um, rims and tires, double din stereo amp, all that stuff. typical Silverado stuff, you know. I want to later do rear end locker, a ram air hood, and I want to do rear sway bars. Get it a little where it handles a little bit better. Now I'd love to do coilovers and all that, but you know that stuff is not for the working man. It's too expensive. You have to save up for that stuff. I try to do stuff that's for the typical working class, you know. I'm not going to be spending $3,000 on a setup that no working man can afford. There's plenty of other videos out there that do the high end stuff, so. I'm trying to think if there's shocks on. Now, also another kit I noticed a couple other channels will do is the air load helper kits. So yeah, you may think about that, Austin. When you slam it too low, if you want to put any load in your truck, you can get these little helper kits. And let me go back to it. Yeah, this helper kit like this. So if you do like a 5.7 drop, you can get this kit, you put it in, and you can air it up whenever you're going to put a load in it, and it'll stop that sucker from bottoming out. Yeah, they're not a cheap kit, but if you're going to haul anything, and they're pretty simple to install. It goes on the leaf spring holder right there, right in the center where the axle is. It's not a big deal. Now, I've hauled stuff in my OBS, the General, and I got air shocks on the back, so I don't really have an issue. I just put a little bit more air in it, and I put a toolbox back there and didn't have any issues with it bottoming out. So, you can get these air shocks. Yeah, just make sure you get the kind for your truck, but so let's do like air shocks for an '02 Chevy. Yeah, this is a Monroe, so I mean, it's a brand that's been around for a while. Comes with all this stuff. $82, not too bad. You can see here it fits '02 Chevy. So that'll help out if you actually use your lowrider truck for work. You know, it was a workhorse too. It ain't just for looks. I got all kinds of shocks nowadays. Yeah, I'm definitely digging these A-arms. I definitely want to go to that. Definitely want to go to that route on these A-arms, control arms. I know some other people out there make some good control arms too. Hit the thumbs up. Ain't nobody know where the thumbs up button is? Maybe we gotta give them some tunes. Maybe that'll help them out. y'all's eardrum up with the music. You can see I'm watching it. I always got to re-watch it to make sure the quality is good. I mean, does the quality look good on y'all's end? I don't know if y'all ever used OBS Streamlabs, but it's a little bit tricky to get set it up. On my phone, it don't look too bad. Yeah, so hopefully I can do some more events. I'll try to post them like on Instagram and also YouTube. You know how you have the community page on the events for 2020 that I'm gonna try to attend. Definitely with the general. So yep. So this is probably the most people I've had in the chat in a while. 6 people. We're getting up there. Might be YouTube famous one day. We can get up there with Freddie LSX. Oh, and also I already got these in, but I haven't made the video yet. You can see these suckers are pretty thick. Come with the grease fittings. But hopefully all y'all have a good Christmas break and New Year's. I'll try to produce some videos during these holidays, but you know how that is. Yep. So I guess we'll roll out and talk to y'all another time. We'll try to end it off with a good video here. Yeah, appreciate that, GMC Texas. It's different, that's for sure. Definitely different. If you like military themed trucks, it definitely has that going for it. All right, so until next time, we will do what? Keep it simple. Keep it sweet. Maybe one day we can burn some tires like that.